Hi guys, we are visiting Lacey's ranch. Tony is with us, Rob and Veronica. Hi Tony, thank you for having us.
Glad to.
Tony, I had to drag you to it, and I'm glad we got the Veronica on it too. Let's talk about the beginner's rifle, sniper rifle, which is in yours, in Veronica's and my eyes, the best choice to start the hobby with, to enter the hobby, which is not going to kill your budget, but is also, I would say, user-friendly and with the ease of finding the ammo. So you can really enjoy the hobby, because at the end of the day, that's the bottom line. If you want to shoot and have some fun with those rifles, let's search for that rifle. Tony, I'll start off with you. You're wearing a boomstick, Mosin Sniper t-shirt, and you do have a PU Sniper. Tell us a little bit what you got.
Okay, this is the first 9130 sniper that I ever had. And my first sniper weapon, period. And you know, I want to say 2002, 2003 time frame. And at that time, I gave $700 for it. The prices dipped. You know, wasn't too many years that a whole bunch of them came in. But even today, a Ishivek made model is still going to run you about $1,000. A Tula model, which we've had several discussions on, you know, Tula and Ishivek, but Tulas are going to run you 12, 13. They're always going to be a little bit more, at least right now. But as an entry-level gun, I would tell you this: it will run with anything else that we got on this table. Just because it's cheaper.
And Tony's making great points. If sometimes those rifles do require some work, because they are, even after the refurbishing at the arsenal level, they coming in and they are not in really greatest shape. I will point the special attention to the scopes. A lot of problems with the scopes, and I think their bad reputation, because commonly the people call them the garbage rods and all those insults, they totally do not deserve that. I think that if you will spend some time, make sure the scope is working great, and it's not that hard. Follow the gun boards, tons of guides, how to take care of it, how to maintain them. They are extremely simple to work on it. If your mount is holding up and if you zero it that rifle correctly, I can guarantee you that this rifle will perform. There is no question about that. One thing I want to point out is the ammo choice. You have to be careful with the ammo choice, because if you will start putting those old surplus rounds, which are, I call them machine grade, machine gun grade ammo, PKM, you're not going to have a sub-MOA results from that rifle, and you can forget about it. But if you will, even from commercially available ammo, I have outstanding results with 174 grain SNB ammo. You're going to have a good results, really. Like all my PU snipers, Tony, are sub MOA or a little bit over 1 MOA rifle. They can deliver,
and that's plenty to run with anything that you're going to be shooting at.
That is a great point. You can take it to the match, and I can guarantee you, you will stay at even at the CMP matches. You will be in the running if you will do your job. One thing about the collecting, people very often see that maybe the mount and the scope could be mismatched from what you got scribbled on the side. I wouldn't worry about it. If you are looking for the gun for the competition, for the rifle for the competition, what matters most is the scope working correctly, is the mount securely mounted to the gun and holding up. That's what I would worry about it. And of course it's a bonus if the parts are matching. But let's be honest, I will tell you this, I'm the sniper, right? And we mismatch the items all the time. We make the guns work what is needed. And now imagine, these were during the wartime in the service, what was happening. That people were putting whatever was needed and worked for them. So they may not have all the matching numbers, but if the rifle is performing well and is functioning correctly, hey, I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, and this is a 1943 Tula. I guarantee you, it's had this is probably just the last scope put on it, but it's had several on it over the years. I guarantee you.
There you go. But this is 7.62 by 54R.
Yes.
That cartridge could be really punishing for the shooter's smaller frame like Veronica is. And Veronica, you can handle the Mosin, but over the extended time, like shooting at the match, is it comfortable?
Over extended time, no, because it just destroys your shoulder.
Yes, and she's a lot smaller frame. She's not built, but even for us, Tony, and even if you read the memoirs of the Russian snipers or Russian soldiers, you will see everyone complain like, "Hey, we put up 50 rounds. My shoulder is, in pain, tender." So now imagine if you are taking your kids into the hobby and you want them enjoy. Veronica, what would you suggest?
I would suggest starting with the M41 Bravo. Smaller frame.
Show them.
Hold it on.
Sorry. But yeah, I would start with the M41 Bravo. It's honestly lighter, has no recoil. You'll just overall enjoy it.
It has 4x power glass. The scope is, I would say, the quality of the picture in the scope is superior to the PU.
Yes.
Because it's a larger diameter of the scope. It's a 4 power, not 3.5 power. And also, Veronica is making a great point. 6.5 Swedish. You will
All
be
day.
all day long. You will be surprised how many rounds you can shoot, and you won't even notice. And Veronica is running this rifle in competition, so she likes shooting M41 Bravos. That's what you're sticking to it, and it's an excellent choice. The only one thing what I will say against the 41 Bravos is the price tag.
Yes.
They are a little bit on the expensive side. However, there are another Swedish sniper rifles with not as good as that Ajax 4X power scope, but the original Swedish scopes. And we both watched with Tony one of the auctions on the Gunbroker recently, and that one sold for like 2,200.
Yeah, it was the M42, the Swedish
With M42, with the M42's got 3.5 power. I forgot, but it is three power. It's not as good as a 4X Ajax scope, but it is still that 6.5 Swedish caliber. So if you're looking for a nice rifle, it is possible to get it in that caliber at the decent price.
Yes.
On average, unfortunately, I will tell you that the M41 Bravo will hover around $4,000 right now. So definitely a big step from the Mosin PU Sniper in the price tag. Then if you want to stay with the little bit, I wouldn't say maybe cheaper, because it depends how you can do it, the Japanese snipers. But the Japanese snipers offers two choices. You basically got 7.7 Japanese, or you got the 6.5 Japanese. Big difference between these two rifles. Most 6.5 T97 Japanese snipers, they will have 2.5 power scope, and a lot of people is scared, Tony, about these Japanese snipers because they don't know how to adjust those sights. Let me tell you, together with Tony, we feel comfortable. We can zero any scope through the rifle. We will put later on during when the channel will be growing, we will put detailed guides what to do and how to do it. But if you have questions, you can email me, and I already got the text written with pictures, so I will shoot it out to you and I will show you how to zero that scope. Or you can watch the Laces Range video where you basically maybe don't go in a lot of depth, but you will have a good idea what is necessary and how to do it. So two choices, and the way I'm talking about the Japanese snipers, because they still could be found under the radar.
Yes.
And even on the gun boards, one of our friends, he purchased the one, and the price tag was very decent. I think $3,000 with all the credit card fees and everything. And he's making the post after post right now and enjoying shooting that T97. He absolutely love it. Absolutely. Again, very, very light recoil on the 6.5 Japanese. What I'll just say, 6.5 Japanese and the 6.5 Swedish, of course, two different rounds. And the ammo is a little bit more expensive for the 6.5 Japanese. You're going to pay around two and a half, probably 280 per shot. Where with for the match grade ammo, commercially made ammo, I'm not talking about the reloads. You can find the PPU match 120 grain, and it will cost you around $100 $1.25, $1.30 per round. So it is more economical to shoot the 6.5 Swedish in a long run. Then, of course, the Japanese made also the bigger T99 model, and that's the 7.7 Japanese, usually with the 4X glass.
Could still have with the cut.
Yes, it could be. It could be with 2.5 too, but you can find them with 4X, and this is a little bit better glass. Like, especially I can imagine that the CMP match that you need the 4X glass. Now the problem with Japanese is they got those scopes on the offset, so it makes a little bit awkward. And the way how you position yourself on the stock, you can work with T97, but on the T99, oh my goodness, you will take the punishment on that eye from the eye cup. You got anything to add to this, Tony?
Well, like Rob was saying, there's an eye cup on there for a reason, because I wear glasses. I'm used to it now. I just know that I'm going to take it in the glasses. It's coming on either one of them, because you have to get your eye up so close to them. And that's really what it's designed for, is
to absorb.
Get your eye up there. But
the issue is, over the years, that rubber kind of stiffens. So you could purchase the replacement eye cups. There is a guy on the gun boards which is selling them, or you can put their special softeners which you can put on the eye cup, and will make that rubber flexible again. However, if this is original eye cup and it's in a good shape, you probably don't wanna put any chemicals on it. Buy the replacement. There's just one screw, and you're unscrewing the ring, putting the eye cup, screwing the ring back. Literally 60 seconds operation, and you can have a replacement eye cup, and it will be in a good shape and will protect your eye. So that takes us to a little bit more powerful calibers. But the price tag, you could get lucky and really get those rifles at the still decent prices. All right? So let's talk about, Tony, let's talk about the Americans. So there you go. You will hold the 1903 A4. Let's start with that one.
All right, this is the original, and I have a Lyman Alaskan on top of it. You can get these $1,800. Rock Ridge, Gibson made them, and run the reproduction M82s on them. And let me tell you, they're very, very competitive, even with a 2.5 power scope. 30-06 ammo, easy to find. You know, right now it's a little different, but normal circumstances, you can find 30-06 anywhere.
And you have outstanding commercial loads for the 30-06. I think the Hernandez makes the ELD match for it.
Then federal
gold medal match. So you will have very good ammo.
And we're forgetting about Creedmoor. The CMP sells the Creedmoor, which is Lapua case, loaded by them. You're not going to beat it. I hand load. I can equal it. That's about it.
very, very nice. I love shooting 1903. I think the Americans did outstanding job copying the Mauser action. let's be honest. It is a Mauser action with the few tweaks, right? I think the scope sits very low. They did the fantastic job with the mount, and just for I love Remington. That, you know, old good Remington. I love them. I have original Remington 1903 A4, and it's an absolutely blast, very accurate rifle. Will give anyone a run for the money. But again, I have to point this out, Tony. 2.5 power scope. will punish you, especially with that single post reticle. It is not really what I would look for for the match. You know,
CMP it does fine because you're shooting at a big black target and works good. But
if you will go to like the Henry's County in Paris, Tennessee, in your club, when we're shooting steel matches against steel, which I think they blow the CMP matches away from fun level, and this is as close to being, you know, playing a sniper as it gets. I would say that this is the match to play with, but that 2.5 power scope will punish you. I think we should record the special episode just about the 1903, and because the rifle is fantastic. The rifle can do whatever you asking him to do. But as always, the U.S. Army dropped the ball
on the
optics, and it is underperforming in that department. But that takes me to the M1D. I would say they're very popular.
Yes.
With M84 scopes. Good thing about the scope is it's using a decent turrets and decent mechanism. And usually those scopes do track well. I do not have a complaints. Very easy to zero rifle, very easy to operate. I mean, it's a Garand.
Yes.
Basically, it's a Garand with the scope attached to the side. And Tony, what are you seeing on the pricing level right now?
Okay, the CMP is getting a little low on the M1Ds right now, but 2 weeks ago when I was there, they had one at 1,600, I believe, and they had two of the M1Cs for 2,200. So they're still out there. And then if
very
you go,
nice pricing.
Yeah,
and that's with scope.
No, that's without scope. That's without scope. But if you go the reproduction route or real M84s cost you anywhere from 700 to 1,300.
Yep.
Mounts, you can make a reproduction mount work. Of course, this happens to be real, but
I would, to be honest with you, I would go with the real mount and the real scope, because you can, as you said, I think even today on the eBay, I ran the prices on the real scopes, on the real M84 scopes with the mounts, and they were in the neighborhood of $1,300-$1,400.
Yes.
So if you will add $1,600 for the rifle, you're in $3,000 neighborhood for a semi-automatic M1D, beautiful Garand rifle. I mean, those rifles can shoot. Guys, do not shortchange the M1Ds. They absolutely can shoot. This is semi-automatic, so it's maybe not as accurate as the bolt action, but even in the CMP matches, I mean, tons of people running.
Yeah, we just fired M1C and D just 2 weeks ago at the Talladega D-Day matches, and we beat a lot of the bolt actions with them.
Absolutely,
and, it can be done. And let me tell you, on the matches that we run at Henry County, in which Rob and them will get to see tomorrow, if you got a semi-automatic on some of the stages, you will actually come out way ahead. So you may give up a little bit at 600 yards, but you'll make it all back up.
Absolutely. You don't have to cycle the bolt when you're moving quickly between the targets. If you got the stage, which is based on the timing, and you have to quickly cycle through the targets, that will absolutely benefit you. And even then, that 2.5 power scope, which punishes you at further distances, but it actually helps with finding the targets in the field, because the field of view is so big and you're not getting distracted by the details of the higher magnification. So in that regard, I think this is an excellent choice, and you can have it for the $3,000. You can have a very nice package.
Let me add another thing. Veronica, have you ever shot a Garand?
I don't believe so, no.
Well, she would probably be happy with this too, because the weight plus the gas action takes up a lot of the recoil.
Absolutely. The 3006 in a gas form is very, very, I wouldn't say soft, but it's tolerable.
Yeah, it's...
You will feel it on 1903. You will feel it, because that shoulder, especially, these are all surplus rifles, so everyone had the metal butt stocks. It was because you can butt choke the people and crush those skulls. I mean, that's what it was designed for. So you, especially when you're shooting only in a t-shirt, Oh my goodness, yes. You will feel. But that's a great point because this is a semi-automatic and that takes a lot of motion here to power that whole gun and that gas is getting relieved and you can shoot. Now that being said, you have to be careful with the choice of the ammo for the M1Ds and do not, I think basically CMP said do not use anything larger than 168 or 180 grains. So be smart. Once you got that rifle, don't go crazy. But this is a basic breakdown of just few. We could talk probably for hours on this subject, but I would say these are like most popular ones, and still I would say in affordable price range. We touched on different calibers. Because ammo is important too. I mean, what goodness the gun will do to you if you cannot find ammo. Now, to close, Tony, like I would strongly advise people to not start with German snipers.
No. German, it's like, hey, take me through this minefield and let me see what happens to me. They are expensive. If they're real, they are super expensive. And finding somebody that can verify that it's real, it's tough.
And probably if you will find the real, even a high turret or German sniper, you're going probably today's market $15,000 easy. Yeah. And do you really want to put that gun on the line and shoot it? I mean, yeah, in the competition, I wouldn't do that. So German snipers are cool. We're not ditching the German snipers. Yeah. That's why we didn't put out on the table the German sniper. It's just because it's a minefield from what you're buying, and you can end up paying a lot of dollars for a fake. Let's be brutally honest. Yes. You can end up paying a lot of money for the fake one. But if you will find even the real one, and then the price tag will be to the roof. So that's probably not the best choice for the gun. And it's an 8mm Mauser, so you can feel it. You will feel it.
It will beat you.
196 grain, 200 grain rounds. Yes. You will feel it on your arm. We did not talk on purpose about the British, the 40s. I think you gotta be careful with the 14 at today's market too, because there are some very talented people who making the 40s from the regular ones, and that's a shame, right?
Unfortunately.
But also the price tag, they are hovering 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 and up. The way I'm seeing now. So
beautiful rifles.
Absolutely beautiful rifles. Very accurate too. Maybe not super accurate, but they will hold the 1.5 below 2 MOA. I would say they will constantly be below 2 MOA. And of course, they have the turrets which have a clicks and everything. Yes. So some people like that. But the 40, that's definitely Tony subject for another video.
Yeah, and about the 40, you could take that number 32 scope, take it off, and absolutely beat somebody with it.
Oh my goodness, yes. I think the British built the rifles with those number 32 scopes as a last ditch resort. Like boys, mates, we ran out of the ammo. Bloody hell, let's charge with the scopes. Guys, this is it. I think we didn't took too much time from you. I'm sure there will be a lot of comments which maybe disagree with our take on it, but that's more than welcome. Post whatever you think would be the best choice for the beginner to dive into the vintage sniper rifles, collecting and shooting in the wedges. We are all about the hobby, moving the hobby forward, and we want you to enjoy it. So we hope you did enjoy this video. Tony, thank you for hosting us at the Lacey's Range. Check his YouTube channel, guys, Lacey's Range. Tony, you're doing a fantastic job. Veronica, we'll go and compete now, right?
Yeah,
all right,
of course.
Enough with the bullshit talk. Bye, guys. Bye.